Yes, you're calling the Queen! New Under Armour tracky, wee man.
Looking good that day. I'm just out of the gym doing a bit of cutting this week.
What did you do? What did you do?
I don't know what that fucking means. I just hear people in the gym go.
What do you do in the gym, mate?
What does it look like I do in the gym?
Batter it?
Oh, I do a bit of weights and that. I'm getting the beach body ready.
You doing leg weights now?
I can't.
Have you got chicken legs?
I've got the worst.
I know.
I can't.
You're not doing anything to.
No, because see if I do them, Faddy, I can't walk for fucking 2 days. Right? I can't.
It's horrible that feeling.
I can't even squat with. Know how they do it with the weights, right? I can't even do it with just the bar, right? I can't.
You can't squat with just the bar?
Terrible. I get to about 6. And it's one of the ones I'm looking about, right, thinking, fucking, I'm a right prick here, right? So I have to get it up and get all the shaky ones and all that. Oh,
just go on the machines and put it low, and then see once you're done.
I'm terrible at legs. I can't do legs.
That's a Dalziel special, isn't it? Dalziel, man, honestly, he's got the best upper body ever. And he's fucking 2 bits of string.
His legs don't bend.
He does fucking calf raises every day, mate, and then never get any bigger.
I'd be like that. I'd be like that.
Dale's legs don't bend.
It's so straight, isn't it?
What's you've been at the gym, haven't you?
Doing the high rocks, mate.
Are you going to do that?
I spoke to Dale yesterday. I might do it. I might try it.
He's away to London this weekend.
So he is.
See, that's hard.
It's tough, mate. I done my first proper one in the gym on Monday and I was fucked. Like proper sweat fucking dripping. It's the hardest thing I've done.
How long's that? 45?
Usually takes about, I think it took me about 50 minutes first go.
That's not bad.
So, right, talk me through
what I done was a run, 1k run and then a 1k row.
The roads.
8 times, mate.
Roads are worst exercise. See, after 3 strokes, right?
I know, but you start fucking, you're shagging it, didn't you?
You're laughing. After 3 strokes,
do you know why?
I'm fucking finished.
Do you know why?
Your flames are.
Because of your legs.
Your legs.
Because of your legs,
mate.
Mate. 3 strokes in your legs.
I just don't. Gym's not for me, that.
No fancy it.
No way. Makes me feel bad.
What? You were going to the village, you know?
I went to the village and the Marriott. See, when you get in there, you do enjoy it, but then the amount of work you put in, usually people say when you exercise you feel brilliant. I don't, mate. I feel in a bad mood.
Do you?
Yeah.
I'm running and that.
I'm not.
Think it is,
I love it, mate.
I don't do any exercise.
Do you feel good after?
Faddy, I know, I was thinking about that the other day, right? Not that I think about you, right? But I was thinking about that the other day, because you're quite a greedy bastard when you get into a cafe and they're not picking you.
There is, mate.
There is.
Aye.
You hide it well.
I'll tell you what, you do hide it well.
But what I've done is, I've got to just a weight that I'm not probably going to get any bigger. So, exercise. I play 5 twice a week. Pulled my groin last week. Pulled my groin 2 weeks ago, went back, pulled my groin, and then pulled my thigh in the same day.
Chuck it, mate.
No, a wee week's rest, I'll be back. It's maybe the wake-up call to say, get yourself to the gym. So
do you think if you got in bed at night, you wouldn't be pulling your groin and
No, definitely.
Did you hear about him with a bottle of Coke at the side of his bed?
No, what'd you do?
No, mate.
That's what he does, he goes to bed with a bottle of fizzy Coke.
12.
I went with Iron Brew, Diet Iron Brew at the side of the bed.
And when you wake up at like 3 in the morning, you'll hear a drink of Diet Iron Brew.
Aye.
You
Flat as fuck.
animal.
Oh, brilliant.
Aye.
You
Did you do that?
Man.
Aye.
Big fuzzy,
I used to do that when I was
furry
younger.
Young when you were a little guy.
Pepsi, about 12.
only if I've been out in the razzle. If I've been out in the razzle, I'd take a bottle.
You were out at the weekend, how was it?
I was alright, quiet.
You were excited, didn't you?
What did you
Wait, I need a carer when I go. I shouldn't be allowed out to
You were going with me, weren't you? Oh, what about the guy that met in the tune that met your dad in the pub? Oh, it was big Michael for the Bucks.
Michael for the Bucks. See, as soon as he said your dad was in the pub last night.
Mate, anybody just comes to Bucks. If you come to Bucks, you're coming here for the chicken, innit? His dad was just in for a pint. Guys like, you want any food? He's like,
no, son. So he said to him, no, son.
No, son.
No want the food.
And then he went like, you're into podcast. So they got in the guy's like, and he's like, my boy, open goal, winked at him.
They try to get a freebie.
He did get a freebie.
They got a couple of free pints.
My dad's mental, so see when somebody messages me saying that your dad's in the pub, I'm thinking, oh no, because he terrorises people. No, in a bad way, but just see that all.
He's got a good part.
Is he one of them who goes round the pubs himself now?
Aye.
And then he sits and waits for victim to talk to.
No,
No, you can't say that he's not waiting for a victim. Because he has been accused of that in the past.
Just a person to speak to annoy.
And then he latches onto them. The worst it is when you go to the toilet and you come back, he's bought you a pint, that's you locked in, innit?
He's not coming to Hydro.
Is he refusing?
I don't know if he thinks we're going to like turn on him when he's there.
Better come, you wee bastard.
We'll
drag it. That is brilliant.
By the way, boys, I had one of the most traumatising experiences in history.
With the filming.
No. Me, you and the tune
What was it?
in cruise.
Oh my god, this is
So
brilliant.
I take it away, mate, because
He's went in a cruise, so he's like to me, I'm going to go and get a Gucci jacket for the Hydro again. I was like, mate, you're off your nut.
Oh, he winks at me.
He's wanted to do it again, right? So we get in a cruise, and I half know the woman that works in the manager of cruise. So he walks in front of us a wee bit, and I'm like to her, he's spending serious dough in here today. So her eyes light up, and she's like, personal shopper. She shouts the personal shopper down.
my
Mate.
God.
This personal
No
shopper
way.
comes down with him. Mate, he's walking about cruise with a personal shopper for about 2 hours, and I can tell he doesn't want to spend any money.
No, but he keeps on shouting there. Here's another wee one, get for you. So I've got
5 outfits he ends up with.
I've got a shirt, so I said to the woman, I'll just try this on, and I turned round. So she went, I'll be back in 2 minutes. She came out with 10 outfits. She went, right, we'll try all these on. Oh my word. I was just falling about the shop. Oh my.
But I want to tell her, he's booked to come in and pay tomorrow, Friday. He's like, I've not got my bank card, I'll come in Friday and pay, but he's not going to go fucking back.
Have you ever had a personal shopper?
Oh, fuck. Not at all.
Oh man, I don't know how you could do that.
What you went to how you got your outfit picked? Scotland.
I've got my Under Armour.
What do you mean, what am I wearing? When is it? A month away?
Aye,
Oh, fucking I'll decide when I get out the shower before I turn up.
No, you'll chop and change, mate. Honestly, it plays with your head.
Because he
No,
lights
it
in the
doesn't.
Hydro.
The lights are
No,
full.
it doesn't, mate. It will not play with
honestly,
my you
what you
going.
got? I've got a wee.
I'll wear whatever
I've got
I
an outfit
fancy when
sorted.
I get out the shower.
Have you?
Matching top and trousers.
You should come out with Scotland tap there.
You should come out with a banger at 100% somewhere.
Think about fuck you.
I was doing a thing with
Slam people in
Gordon.
the front row.
Huh?
Gordon.
Oh, how was it? Right?
Aye. He says, didn't know it was a live show I'd signed up for. I thought I was coming on a podcast.
Glaciers
He's getting that money to do a podcast.
Aye, exactly.
Aye, the Dundee. Oh, aye, the Dundee boys. Me or not? Thought it was a podcast.
I heard he was brilliant with Tam Cowan though, so I'm looking forward to it.
I wonder though if you ask him, and will he be dead sharp with you?
Oh, mate,
Oh,
we're
aye.
getting it 100%
Get
for him.
ready.
Was Tom Cowan on?
No, Tam's not.
Put the shinnies on and everything.
Oh,
Mate, Strachan will come for us, 100%. Which will be a good thing, innit? You want him to come for you.
no, but it's no if he get no if he
He's nervous already.
12,000 people, mate.
You could be Gordon Strachan's boy. I think he'll be
Winger
alright
and
with
all,
you.
innit? Winger.
He was a winger as well, he's ginger winger, Right, lads, we had a lot of chat about tradespeople on the show recently. Every single one of them who watched the show need to listen to this very important news from this week's sponsor, Jewson.
Oh, it's massive.
Massive company, look at him hiding that so I can't read that. Introducing Jewson live on tour Scotland edition, coming to the SEC Glasgow on Thursday, 6th of June. Paul tells the next bit.
Get yourself there for an action-packed full day with celebrity hosts. Wait to hear these two.
Oof.
Emma Jones and Kenny Dalglish.
That was her that you done, remember you got the award for the podcast award? That's Emma Jones.
Exclusive interviews, amazing on the day deals, and over 80 suppliers showcasing the latest products and innovations.
Rub shoulders with industry experts, participate in exciting games and win fantastic prizes.
But wait, there's more.
Is there more? No way there's more.
This is good, boys.
No,
You like
this
it? Guys, good.
Oh, wait here, this. I actually think these two could be more exciting than the other two we just spoke
Right,
about.
go for it.
Where is the line? Enjoy complimentary breakfast, lunch, and the opportunity to challenge darts pros Robert Fortin and James the Machine Wade.
And Kev Kyle.
Oh,
Kev Kyle might be there.
Kev will be
Main man.
still at breakfast, mate.
He'll be throwing sausages at the darts board. Don't miss out on the incredible opportunity. Register now for free at jewson.co.uk.
It's a Jewson Live on Tour Scotland edition happening at the SEC Glasgow on Thursday the 6th of June.
Tremendous.
Well done.
Paul.
Well done, you two. That was
Incredible.
great.
If you won £1 million on the lottery tomorrow, what's the first thing you buy?
Cottage.
A what? Pie?
No.
Cottage pie.
That's my dream.
For my dinner.
A cottage where?
That's my dream, just in the middle of nowhere. And honestly, that's my dream when I get...
Like the Unabomber.
Is that what you had? No.
It's a wee shed.
A wee shed,
Oh,
wasn't
we
it?
said no, but I got out in the middle of nowhere. Just nobody can get to you or just live.
So you can't eat in a drive, mate, so how are you getting food?
Oh, you live out wild?
Oh, Just won £1 million and you're opting to move out and catching.
Grow your own
So what are you eating,
potatoes.
sorry?
Go out and get the fish and that for the water.
So you moving next to water?
Aye, doing that, see like that.
And are you buying a fishing rod here?
He's gone to his strathy.
What would you what would you do with your money?
No, wait a minute. Are you buying a fishing rod here, £1 million?
I get all the. No, I wouldn't. But I would just like to live in the wild. I think if you went out there, you would end up.
What, in Scotland or somewhere else?
Aye, Scotland, I think.
How would you keep in touch with people you would have?
I wouldn't want to.
No?
Nah. I love
Well, I suppose if you got £1 million, it's not like you need to speak to anybody about it, is it?
Nah. Honestly, I love
Can't you sit with £1 million on your own, Jack
But you
Jones,
need to pass your driving
and go
test
like
first, I
that?
would
Can't
say,
wait to see what fish I catch tomorrow.
I would, honestly, it's my dream.
You need to have a
Cottage,
chat.
anywhere.
Me and you need to go out, mate.
Real good.
What about you, Daz? £1 million, what you buying tomorrow?
Oh, I'm off golfing every golf course I possibly can.
18 holes every day?
Every day.
You did that anyway?
Then,
On a day we go.
19 holes
then,
a day.
then at night, you know what I'm dialing. I'm pizza for Domino's.
Domino's.
Domino's. Domino's. Oh,
I love it.
Is that what you call it? Aye.
aye.
Gary
Domino's.
O'Connor still calls Birmingham.
Birmingham.
Played for them for 5 years, he still calls them Birmingham.
Oh, all day long.
Paddy, if you could add another £1 million on your other 5 million, what would you get?
What would I buy for?
Stick it in an eye.
Don't know, actually. Don't know.
You've got what?
I've
Pretty much got everything.
no, I've not got everything. It's just
What do you want then? Would you get £1 million?
What about you as well? Side the two, you can have a wee.
I know, I'd buy straight away.
What?
Townhouse at the West End.
A what?
Townhouse at the West End.
Fuck.
Why?
Wouldn't have a care in the world
Can't you
after
get
that.
fucking parked up there?
Wouldn't have a motor. Walk everywhere. Or get a driver. There's my, get him his license and get him a driver.
No, he's in the wild.
He's driving to his cottage to pick me up.
2 years on his scooter.
Back it left.
Yeah. Little Lloyd and Harry on the wee thing. Stick a helmet on side.
Farting in my face constantly, man. Right, Coupon results are in for the month. Had a shocker, man.
DL's brilliant.
DL's fucking the man. 13 points. Around that applause for Gordon DL.
yeah. I've came from bottom to top. You know what I mean? We're still talking
You know
about
I come
Friday.
from top to bottom, do you?
We're still talking about Friday night out.
Where's Del Boy today?
DL's in Italy.
Is he?
Carol put a couple of pictures up yesterday.
I'll be good for Lewis, won't it?
A bit of support. Wee granddaughters are doing that. So
He's brilliant.
we're out next Sunday. Vad, are you free?
Old Firm Saturday, come on. We'll go and get leather.
You go after it.
What do you mean you're out? Out for a drink?
During the day.
No.
After it.
Oh, yeah?
You come for a bit in an hour.
Can he? Because he has 2 drinks then doesn't he say cheerio and see you later.
You're not doing it this time.
Do you get,
Aye.
Oh, he's trapped on, mate.
They walk.
Doesn't even say cheerio, just goes, leaves all his stuff.
you must stay for an hour.
Aye. I do stay.
You get a bird and then just go up the road.
Aye, that's the reason. 100%.
Much as that. See if they're doing a deal.
No.
Next Sunday, you?
I'll be there.
I'll go.
So Derek's coming.
I'm definitely.
We'll invite Andy and Kev. Or?
Aye.
Big
Got
Kev's
it.
on fire.
Big Kev is.
Aye.
Right, Paul, what's the standings?
So standings at the top is Gordon Dalziel, 13 points. I think that could
Incredible,
be a record. Faddy in at 9 points. And me, you and Dale, 8 points each. But I think we should do a question, me and you.
What do you mean a question?
So they ask us a question, whoever gets it right doesn't
Has
get
to
the
eat the
win.
wings.
I think it makes a wee bit more drama to it. Any question you want,
I'm happy to go with that. If you just want to do that, or do you want the both?
or just want the two to suffer.
Too easy.
Two easy.
Are we eating it now?
What's it up already?
Bring him on. We'll bring
It's
him
at the
on.
end of the season. End of the
End of the month, mate. It's the 1st of March today, mate. Actually, the 2nd, is it?
1st of March, mate.
2nd of May, mate.
Oh, do you know what I
This
got last
is
night?
bad, mate. This is giving me fear of that one we had.
No, it's not
It's
that
the
bad.
sauce,
I've
how
just tried
clumpy the
it.
sauce is.
I know.
I think it could be bad.
No, it's no, I've just tried it.
Mate, you need a toilet
It's
over there.
fucking too much.
Hot.
The sauce is
Yeah,
fucking
it's
Is that warm?
It's hot,
Aye.
mate.
I'm just a lighter, I'm not doing that.
Holy fuck, that is hot.
Is it?
Aye.
Too much.
It's, aye. It's a level above a buffalo.
Holy fuck.
Say,
It's hitting the back.
No,
of
it's
your
above
throat.
that.
Mate, you need some napkins in
I know,
here,
but the
come
full
on.
thing.
It's fucking clumpy, the sauce, I know.
Mate, I'll get, just you do it and I'll get your face. Come on, thank you. Thank you when
Oh,
you get...
quickly.
Thank you, you hear me.
For and against private.
Private what?
Oh, you fucker. I
Use
shot a bit
it
better.
at it.
Fucking heat,
Like,
mate. I
have
swear
you
to
been told to? Nah, use it at it. You've been told to act that.
That's up my nose.
That does look.
It's disgusting.
That looks like somebody's drap
Try
one.
the sauce, it's no hope.
Fuck off.
I'm telling you, I've had some.
Mate, eat
you
that
have
thing,
some?
it's fucking horrendous. Holy fuck.
Alright.
Oh my god, isn't it?
Aye, well,
That's fucking, that's sick. That's Jeffrey Dahmer stuff, mate.
Yeah. Oh, fuck.
Jeffrey Dahmer has him in his cell every day, mate. What how angry.
Good thing, is it? The Vicky's only ridiculous.
Oh my god.
No, you can't get into the one in the corner, he tried.
I have English, mate. That was bad. Right, quickly.
Oh.
The 3 topics this week, just quickly. Your thoughts for or against private raise, please.
I had one,
Right,
when I
the
was
wee
younger.
guy.
but I wouldn't have one now. But it doesn't bother me.
Have you heard about this thing in air?
No.
People, I've had a few messages on Instagram. People in air get AYR on their if you're fair, you get AYR on.
I had that for my club more.
Aye,
Mate,
that's a thing, aye.
I had that for my club car.
You want to be hiding that you're for air. Why would you publicise it?
But I was the manager.
So you're driving with AYR on your motor? Dick.
AYR1 as in
Dick.
number 1. Oh, listen, it was a Merc. I'm quite happy to be a dick.
Aye.
Give me a Merc with a private reg, I was quite happy, but somebody tanned it.
But you insist on 69 on every one of your energy plates, didn't you?
That's just
Number 69.
You ain't one of the wings there.
By the way, see me, I was a player now, that's the number I'd have. Be fucking brilliant. Imagine running out the tunnel with that.
Alright.
Oh, man.
Where are you? For or against?
Guys, hates it, mate. My man's got one as well. She watches this. She's fucking texts me Monday like, I've got a private edge in your carrying it.
Andy said that Jelly bought him one for his birthday.
I need a few to put it on.
I was raging, he wasn't doing it.
But if you're Andy, like, see if you've got a holiday on your motor's getting done.
Oh, you can't if you hang it
Nah.
a certain Rangers player. You
That's
can't
what I'm
get it.
saying, you're setting yourself up, you're bringing attention to yourself.
I would love to get it. Said
Sponsor
that on
it.
Monday.
Especially when his motor's orange, innit? Like, you can't have a, he's got an
We're
orange.
ready, ain't he?
Second one, custard. But I had that vanilla custard last night.
For or against custard?
You'd be surprised.
My question.
Nah, everybody.
I thought it was going to be hot or cold.
Well, would you like it hot or cold?
Just custard, anyway.
Eating anyway,
I can.
See, sometimes when it's hot, it goes a bit scummy.
But
do you know what I mean?
Skimmy. I don't want
No,
that. But
hot or cold, custard all day long.
I can't remember last night.
I don't
Was
against
that
custard. No, a lot of people don't eat custard now.
Come with
The young generation don't eat custard.
the young generation.
I'm telling you, they don't.
Well,
Dinner hole was
Rice
the last
pudding.
time I had it. Hot or cold.
love it.
Good.
All day long. Hot or cold. The only thing I couldn't eat right, and one of your guys eats it and he's fucking rotten, right? Cold beans. How can anybody eat cold
I
beans?
would eat it.
That's disgusting.
Seriously?
I wouldn't ever choose to have cold
Like
beans,
baked beans,
but I
you
could eat.
See, I was hungover and there's beans in the fridge, mate. I would fucking
Cold beans.
I can't eat
No, that's
cold beans,
vile.
mate.
I like rice pudding, but see when I was younger, I couldn't eat it. But I could eat it.
When was the change when you were
Just, I think, I was always one you just keep trying
Right.
till you like it.
This is a big worry for me. Adults that eat like crunch corner yogurts.
I love them. Fuck. All over them.
What's up with that?
Why? Why do you need to
an
be a child
adult
to eat
eating
it?
a crunch corner?
Why? No.
And then like
What's
the boat,
wrong
mate?
with you?
Aye.
Honestly.
Do you like the boat, mate? Get
See
it
the
up.
strawberry one. Sometimes I just eat the yogurt
can't
and then
eat
eat the strawberry bit.
Do you do the strawberry and it separate, or do you put it on together?
I sometimes just mix it up. Sometimes I'll go just yogurt and then just go strawberry. But I've always what I will do is put half it in and keep a good bit of the strawberry just so I can get in a bit of that.
Get the finger in.
What's wrong with
No, it's not. An adult, imagine your dad sitting eating a crunch corner.
I've got a pet.
I couldn't imagine my dad sitting eating a crunch corner.
I've got a pet peeve. You used to have this. You don't have it anymore. The clicker on your phone.
you? Oh, no.
What about that?
What's a click?
See when you text and it makes a click noise. You used to have that.
Did I?
It would drive you insane.
Would it? No, I
No.
wouldn't recognise
Is it
that.
silent?
My phone's on silent.
Aye.
It's always been
All
on
the
silent.
time?
That's my
Forever.
pet hate.
Forever.
What's the thought?
Is your phone silent all the time?
All day, every day.
By the way, I take your fucking phone off you. I can't be bored with people like that.
What?
What's the point of having a phone if it's on fucking silent?
'Cause it vibrates.
You're vibrate. Right, my daughter's a fucking nightmare.
No, she's kidding you.
Phones
She
are
just
phone.
last week to you.
On
She's like, oh,
By the way, I had a
Do you not
missus.
put your
it's
phone
on
on
silent.
vibrate and sit it in your mouth?
I had a missus that had a phone that was on silent all the time.
Oh, she was cheating on you.
By the way, it was great. See, when I used to phone it, I knew it was silent. I'd be like, fucking brilliant. I'm away out. Oh, she was.
What's the third topic? What was the third topic?
Wrestling.
Or adults who watch wrestling while eating a cringe corner.
I love wrestling. Don't watch it every week,
I
but
saw you getting a wee shout out for Tatey coming for you.
You can tell he's the
Seen him
type that
recently?
watches right. He's ripped into. He's fucking ripped.
he looks like
That
a
boy
wrestler,
played
doesn't
with Morrison, man.
His missus is just Jess. Lovely couple, gorgeous couple.
Just yes, is that a right?
You wouldn't mind being in the middle of it.
I don't know what
His
just
missus is, she does her own thing.
You've got a wee. Who does
food
he looks like a
podcast
wrestler?
and
Who is it?
Jackie
Ric
Wow.
Flair.
Ric Flair, eh? Woo! He's a-
I've never watched wrestling.
Woo!
I don't know what wrestling
You
is.
never watched wrestling?
No, I used
Never?
to watch it in the old days when it was Mick McManus and all that.
Is he not
Big
playing
Steve McMahon.
Big Daddy and Giant Haystack.
Before your time, when
Giant boss sacks your
when it
called,
was-
didn't it?
Giant Haystacks, aye. But I don't know the up to date one.
So why do these things annoy you so
Just
much?
didn't understand how people, grown men, have
Because
got time to watch wrestling.
It's like, would you watch an episode of The Simpsons?
No, nobody.
Weird. That's fucking weird, mate.
No,
You?
I watch The Simpsons.
I don't
on its
like
own,
that cartoon.
You watch The
I
Simpsons?
still laugh at The Simpsons, aye.
Do you?
That's for adults.
That's a good topic, by the way.
It's for adults.
No, I'm not.
no.
I don't like The Simpsons as a wee guy. Load of shite.
Aye.
No, that's... Did you like wrestling when you were a wee guy?
I loved it.
And you wouldn't watch it now?
Nah,
The boys love it.
Why?
My boys love it, but I couldn't sit and watch two grown men in trunks fighting each other. Fake fighting.
There's no fake fighting. The outcomes...
It's an art.
Mate,
They
the
know
Dunkin'
the
Ducks are
outcome,
bottom of my
but
road. I want to go and watch two drunk guys fight each other. I just jumped in
The
there.
fighting's no fake, though.
No, for me, mate. I just wouldn't enjoy it.
Oh, I love it.
What wrestling?
Oh, all day. For it.
So would you watch that WrestleMania? Or?
That's the only one I'd watch.
Who's the top man?
The Rock's came back now.
I would watch it maybe now The Rock's back. Just because he's Scottish people, he's
and all the
brilliant.
boys used to do. Hulk
Who?
Hogan.
Aye.
Aye, right. Fucking ball.
What's your full name?
My full name?
Middle name included.
I've not.
It doesn't matter what your name.
Caning people and then bringing it back.
By the way, I have no fucking idea what that is, so you can batter on.
You guys love The Rock, mate. He's brilliant. The Rock. The Rock's good.
Alright, so now it's alright. It's
If The Rock's
acceptable to
back,
watch
it's
it.
acceptable.
Lads, see, before we go into the football talk and we go into the Player of the Year awards, we have to have a wee mention about John Higgins.
Oh,
What about that match there?
He's
incredible.
hero.
Oh,
I love him a
you're
bit.
his mate, you're really close.
I was
Yeah.
texting him on Sunday, and I says to him, by the way, you're a fucking prick. Right?
By the way, you're a fucking prick.
My ambition's to go to Crucible, because you and I love a game of snooker, right? And he's like, I'll get yourself down tomorrow night, look after you. That was on Monday. And he's playing Mark Allen. Fucking end up that what about his finish.
That's it, but that best game.
Do you know, Sean? I think the following day, that night took it out.
100%.
People think that he walks half of there, right? He's got all the media things today. By the time he gets back to
he was emotional as well.
Aye, exactly. And the adrenaline, then you've got to start again. But he put up a great show.
Well, here's a topic for you, because I always argue with my father-in-law and mother-in-law, especially because they love tennis, and they say, oh, you need to be super fit to play tennis. Tennis, you're standing about. You get breaks with points, you're standing about on your serve,
Nah, you got
and
to
then
be
you
fit.
get a day's rest. So see these snooker players, they're playing that game, which is concentration,
You take
constant,
the fucking
and then they're playing again the next day. I think snooker's harder than tennis.
Mate, fuck off.
That is the worst. That is the worst take of anything I've ever heard. Ever.
I'm not having tennis as a fitness.
Hold on. Bingham's in the semi-final World Snooker Championship. He's 3 stone lighter than the Fourth Road fucking bridge, mate. What are you talking about?
That's the worst take I've ever heard. It's the worst take. Snooker.
No,
but to be fair, it is close with darts players and tennis players, isn't it?
I would say darts is more mentally down.
No, but see,
You're
you
after That's the worst
get a
thing I've
day's
ever
rest in
heard.
between as well.
need to be a super-
That's the worst thing I've ever
what
heard.
else is, that's a shocker, but what else is, you need to be a super athlete to play tennis, but it's nowhere near the same fitness level as a football.
When do you ever look at a tennis player and he's never?
Because you're stop-start on it.
Exactly.
When do you look at a snooker player?
It's like 20. No, but
That's the worst
snooker's
thing I've ever heard.
concentration,
You need to be
Worst
super
thing I've ever heard.
Nah.
mentally more training.
The proof's in the pudding,
Well, I'll tell
right?
you why it's hard on football, because no, it's easier on football
Oh,
because.
snooker, tennis much easier.
Well,
than
I'll tell you
football.
why. Can I just say this point and then I'll be quiet? You play a semi-final, just so you play a Grand Slam, you play 5 hours, right? A tennis match, 90 minutes, you see players in extra time. and they're absolutely fucked.
Aye.
You can play tennis 5 hours, get one day's rest and play another 5 hour, get another 5 hour match. So it's fucking, listen, it's one of the hardest sports, fitness wise as well, but as a comparing it to football, it's not the same.
No, but he's comparing it to snooker.
Oh, no.
Stoning and walking on a table.
No.
That's what he's comparing it to.
Paddy, here's how we finish this argument. Ask him the question. He's got his tickets for Wimbledon Centre Court, right? And Stuart Bingham walks out with a pair of shorts and a fucking t-shirt there, big arse and
That's the
everything.
worst thing I've ever heard. That's the worst thing I've ever heard.
I think tennis is a
Snooker players are fitter than tennis players.
No, I didn't mean fitter. I think it's harder.
You said that.
Mentally harder. You do look like Boris Becker with that tennis jacket.
We Larry Bird, innit?
Right, so what you mean is it requires more mental fitness to be.
I think it's harder.
I don't think
I'm not belittling
it's the
it.
hardest
Do you see how long was John Higgins playing Mark Allen for? A full day? Pretty much.
They're sitting down for fucking hours, aren't they?
There's no an intensity to it. There's a mental concentration, and I get you get the highs. You know, I'm not saying it's easy, but you can't say snooker players are fitter than
Tennis
Check wings have into my head.
Tennis is one of the hardest mentally, mate.
Is it?
Oh my God.
I don't know by the way.
I'm telling you.
I think I'm not sure if I'm having tennis players.
Right, anyway, that's the worst shout I've ever heard. John Higgins.
What a hero, honestly.
How bad was it try to watch him and Steve Maguire? You'd go red button.
I know.
And then
That's all about.
Right, come on, Blair, you know, it's fucking 6 o'clock.
Can you message John Higgins and ask him could they come on to the show next week?
Aye, he'll come on there.
Go text him right now. Say, you prick, you coming in?
Aye.
Right, okay.
Will he be hungover? No.
John doesn't drink.
Doesn't drink anymore.
No.
Yes.
Not drank for 5 years.
He's been at us a couple of times, no touch the drink, innit?
One of the best.
Great guy. Right,
Right,
player
here
of
we
your
go.
nominations are in, Paul. Read the four.
They are Lauren Shankland, Matt O'Reilly, Jack Butland and James Tavernier. A fair shot list.
I think it's fair that they're on it.
Anybody you think they should have been there?
Well, it's next.
Miofsky,
Miofsky for me.
Aye.
McFadden, done enough for the full season?
I would say aye. Theo Bear.
Theo Bear, good shout.
See with Miofsky, during
I
just
think
that
here's a bit
period,
unlucky, isn't he?
during the period when Warnock came in, just kind of killed. I think he fell away a wee bit, didn't he? I don't know if it was that period maybe that just kind of took him out because obviously the semi-final he said it was unbelievable.
Look, it's hard because it's obviously the players that vote for it. When you see these lists and people get angry and they're like, "Can't I believe he's not in it?" The players vote for who they think. So you can't really argue
Were
with it.
you ever voted for one?
By the way,
Young
boys,
player for me.
Did you, mate? Aye.
he's just texted us back. How much am I getting?
He's got a few quid, mate.
Oh, fucking
He's got a few quid.
He's cake. That's the only way I'm fucking keeping in with him.
Did you know win it? Who beat it?
I was nominated twice. First year, I'd come into the first team in January. So I'd played a couple of games, but I came in, played every week for January, got nominated. Kevin McNaughton won it. Then the next year I won it.
Oh, did you win it? Huh?
Aye.
When do you find out you've won
Young
it?
player of the year.
When do you find out you've won it?
When they read your name, it.
Oh, really? So you've not got any inclination that you've won it beforehand?
That's some achievement.
No, they don't tell you. They don't tell you you've won it. You go and
Aye, the day.
well, they didn't tell me.
I won it twice in the championship, 2 years in a row. Are you talking about the PFA? Aye, I won it twice. The second year, I won it. I can't remember the date. And then the next year, I wasn't gone, and they phoned me up and said, "Look,
Make sure you're there.
you're nominated. Make sure you're there." And I knew.
Aye, but they don't say you need to come. You've won it. They'll say you need to come.
But I fucking knew I won it.
Aye.
So
Were you flying that year? How many goals did you score that year you won it?
I scored 35,
Wow.
and then the following year, I think I scored 33.
Did you get a buzz when you found out you've been nominated?
I think you would, aye. I don't know.
Yeah.
I lost the two trophies in fucking first year, second year. Never went home with a trophy because I went. You know what, like as
Yeah.
minutes finished, you're up Victoria's or wherever it may be. You get home, fucking wake up like a bag of washing, get rid of her, and then all that. Maybe she's away with the trophies, and I didn't have. I've still no got one.
Do you know it's nothing? It's only a League Two medal and a playoff medal for League One, but I've lost everything, mate.
That's
I'm
not-
devastated about now.
I threw every medal out in the dump.
Why?
You know that story? Because I was in.
You were scared she'd get half it.
No.
No, my Coca-Cola Cup medal, League Cup, Scottish Cup, all that carry on. And what had happened was, in the spare room, I was tidying the spare room up, So me and my mate got up and we got the fucking bed into the thing, mate, up into the dump, bang, got all the stuff out. Anyway, I phoned my daughter and I says, look, I'm getting this room all done up and everything. And she went, well, make sure that you empty below the bed. I says, how? She says, because I put a pillowcase with all your medals and everything for Sandy Jardin's testimonial, gold things and everything into the pillow thing we did under the bed. I fucked it in the dump.
Oh, fuck's sake.
That's horrible, isn't it?
So
Did you? What did you do with yours?
I don't know what I've done with it, mate.
Somebody
No
must
idea.
have them, mate.
No idea, but I'm devastated because now my boys in it, they would love that.
Oh, that's incredible.
You got all your stuff?
Aye.
What'd you get for playing? Is it a plaque?
No, I got a it's like a big vase. It was nice. It's nice. I think my ma's got it.
Who, what were you, was that the year before you went to Everton?
Aye.
And what was so good about your year of goals?
I scored, I think, 19 goals.
Did you score 19 goals one year in the Premier League?
Aye.
Playing wide, Faddy?
Both. Aye. Probably mainly through the middle. I just had a good year. I just played.
who was nominated
Well.
at that time?
That's terrible, isn't it?
And how was your acceptance speech came out? What you said, were you nervous? That probably the first time you spoke in front of
I never. It's just an interview, so it was fine. It wasn't really a speech. It's a long time ago. I was only 19.
Big Charlie's is still the best ever. Remember his speech?
Aye,
after?
what was he said again?
Father-in-law and that was there, and his man and that was there, and he think he played centre half, left back, left mid, centre mid that year, and he says a lot of people have been asking us like, what's your favourite position? Just to let everyone know it's doggy style.
That's genius, isn't it?
Oh, full place are up. That was really good.
See, just sorry to go back. See, the four, who do you think should win it?
I'd go Shankland, I think, mate.
Aye, Shankland.
Shankland for me.
I can't argue with that.
He's been brilliant, hasn't he?
Aye.
Not just his goals, his general performance has been.
Aye.
I know, but
I think the goals
enough
are-
for his goals. Enough for
O'Reilly's
his goals.
He's dipped a wee bit.
Yeah.
He was excellent up until January. Then he was obviously linked with the move. And I think the last few weeks he's actually come back.
Aye.
But it matters when the voting is.
We said that on the podcast this week, like a lot to do with Hearts' form does come down to whether Shankland's on it or not.
Aye.
Oh, definitely. Definitely. They don't have a lot of other players that score goals. So
Yeah.
if he scores goals, they've got a good chance of winning.
Because the next one to him, who is it, Fargas or something?
Aye, I don't. I've no checked recently, but aye. At one point, it was OGs. It was second.
Forrest.
Was it?
Aye, it was on goals.
Like January, February time.
But
See,
somebody
again, this
will
could-
point out he's probably only scored 2 goals since the last 3 months or something. Like that.
No, but it doesn't.
Shankland?
does it?
Aye.
The thing, you know, with Hearts is though, that as much as Shankland, it does depend on him how he's playing, but the amount of clean sheets they've had this season has been incredible. I think they're second most in the league,
Aye.
which is
Good
mad, even with Mail and Celtic.
Well, Hearts have done well, but
They're
when you've got a guy like
brought
Shankland that's scoring goals, you've got a good chance of winning.
But if you look at Motherwell, Van Veen left. Bears
Aye.
done all right, man.
Stepped up,
Scored a few.
And then obviously me can't. Jack Bilton's been unbelievable.
Aye.
Yeah.
He's been honestly, what a signing that's.
Aye. Yeah, he's been tremendous. And Tavernier with the
That's
goals
not,
he scored.
and assists as well. I can.
What about if you had to go 1, 2, 3, 4 then? Who are you going?
Shankland won.
I know mine's.
Do you?
Aye.
Who are you going then? Go on.
Shankland, Butland, O'Reilly.
That's what I'd go, I think.
I wouldn't argue with that. I
Aye.
wouldn't argue. I think Matt O'Reilly, up until all the speculation, if he'd have continued that form, he'd have won it for me.
He's another one. He was. When was the last time he scored, Matt O'Reilly? Oh no, he scored the one in the top corner, didn't he? But I mean, in terms of a run of goals,
Because
up till January, what was he up to?
He kept scoring at the
10
start of the
something
season.
10,
The thing is, though,
2 or 3 since
Aye,
then.
but he was brilliant at the start. He was
Aye.
dynamite.
Aye.
I think you're right. The minute the move sort of circled about.
But see, on that, when people say that, because people say that about Kyogo as well, but it's not like they're getting hundreds of chances and missing them, is it? He's not really getting a lot of chances in games now.
No,
is he?
but you can have a dip in form. It's not necessarily because of that. It's just that you remember that as a point in time that Atletico Madrid come in, you're thinking he's flying, and then there is a drop off. It might have absolutely nothing to do with the fact that he was linked with a move. It doesn't look like the type that would go in a huff, and the team has been a bit up and down. So I wouldn't say because he never get his move that's why. It's just that it coincided with the fact that they come in for him and he's maybe no scored as many goals or he's not played as well, but I think over the last few weeks he has come back.
Have you ever had that where you were linked to a move and maybe your form did dip a wee bit? What about when you were at that's a good question for you, 'cause you were at Motherwell, weren't you?
I was playing. I had played Europa League at the start of the season, and then I went in to get surgery, and I knew the move there was to Celtic, and when I came back, I don't know if it would have been, nah, I don't think so, mate. I
Back flying?
No, I don't actually know.
See when you're, I know obviously you're brought up a Celtic fan, when that happens, are you thinking, I'm going to go and play in their first team? Or are you thinking...
Do you know, Faddy, it's actually a mad
I'm
one.
going for the money.
No, it's actually, because see, people said that, but the money it's very similar, because you're going to Celtic kind of reserves
young,
and Motherwell, your first team, but genuinely up until the day, I remember going into Fir Park one day and still hadn't made my mind up.
And was it the day that you had to make your mind up?
Aye, and I genuinely didn't have a clue, and I remember going to sleep thinking, no, I'm going to stay with Motherwell, and then, or like woke up and I'm going to go to Celtic, but it was, I remember Craig Brown and Archie Knox came in, and I went in for a meeting with them, and it just seemed like they thought I was definitely going to Celtic. And then the next day I came in, my kit was out the first team dressing room. I was putting it back into the youth. So to me, I think they've obviously...
So does that make your mind up, the fact that you were like that?
It did. Well, I might have still went to Celtic, but when that happened, I was like, nah.
But in your think, did you think, I know I'm going to have to go and play with the reserves for a wee spell, or did you think I'm going in as a first team player?
Do you know what, my mentality is mad to think, when I was getting in there, I'd obviously played like first team football there and that season. I remember somebody saying, listen, McGeady's there, Maloney's there, but that was the reason I wanted to go. Do you know what I mean? Like to learn off guys like that and play, and hopefully then eventually get in. But I think looking back, and it was hard because I got the injuries to know exactly what they've happened, but I think looking at it, for a young player, if I was to give him advice, I would stay. I would stay.
But you know, also I think that as well, when you go like McGeady and Maloney, I'll go there, learn and maybe challenge him, but when you get there, you actually don't realise how fucking good these guys are, man.
And as well, like, you're getting in there and there's so many players.
I know, it's not just like you're competing with McGeady and Maloney, there's four other wingers that are also trying to get in ahead
and
of them.
there's a guy younger than you.
Coming through.
And because Jamesy was just starting to sort of get into the first.
Plus the fact, if you go to Rangers or Celtic, honestly, the pressure on you every day, every
That's
game
the thing every day, mate, innit?
Unbelievable. We had to, I couldn't believe this when they're 16 a Seinfeld. We had to wear a shirt and tie to training every day, right? Because it was through respect and all that. And you had to stand out, whatever, right? And when you went in that door every day, man, the pressure on you was...
Oh, mate, see, driving into training, you knew you were with the first, your heart would be fucking like that, driving in, mate. 2 years before training.
I couldn't believe that, the standards. See every day in training. Usually, obviously, Malone's, you're still getting in and you're performing and the standards high, but when you went into there, it was almost like a game, wasn't it? Like, the pressure was, you could have a bad session that you wouldn't
I would fucking ruin you.
I've never experienced it.
Telling you, I went home and I was like, I'm not going back.
It's mad, isn't it?
Even playing games, you need to come on and be brilliant. You can't get away with having a couple of shite games or even one shite game. Whereas you play it at Motherwell, like you're saying, what was I good at this season? I get Young Player of the Year. It was good at quite a lot of things, but I was fucking shite at quite a lot of things as well. But I got allowed to play.
I had the record all the time at Rangers. I played Aberdeen or St Mirren first team, right? I started. Following week we played Aberdeen at Ibrox on the bench. This is true. Following week I was in the reserves, right? Following week I was sub with reserves, and the following week I wasn't even in the fucking 12. 5 games I went for playing the first team.
How quickly they dropped.
And I realised fucking the standards that you had to be at.
The advice I would give players, though, if they're at my own stuff, I would stay and play there.
But look at Lennon Miller, mate. Because it's not like he's been amazing in every game, is it? He's had a few where he's just been alright, maybe just been alright, but he's still playing a spell of injury.
Playing first team football at that age is incredible. If you see Lennon Miller could be like saying to a couple of years' time and he's played 60, 70 games.
17 was nominated for Young Player of the Year.
Well, it's a seamless link to the Young Player of the Year. Let's read out the nominations for that. Lennon Miller's one. Lyle Cameron.
Ross McCausland. And your favourite, Si?
Davy Watson.
It's brilliant. The full name have been excellent, isn't they?
Does that sound about right for you, Zefla?
Aye. If they're 4 really good young players, right? But if I was picking one, I think if Lennon Miller had played most of the season, been involved, listen, boy's going to the top, there's no doubt. I love the boy at Dundee.
Cameron's brilliant.
I think he has come on leaps and bounds for me. I think he's terrific.
Last year was a big thing about not being able to pick enough players for young player because you had to be under 21. You had to. I don't know if this was for the writers. You had to be Scottish, or I think. But that's a brilliant list of young players that have all been excellent. McCausland getting his breakthrough at a tough time for Rangers.
Aye.
Young Lennon came into the first team at 16, nominated for Young Player of the Year at 17 is incredible. And Cameron and Watson for me have been tremendous.
See, with McCausland, is he finding out what we're talking about? Like, he maybe did take a couple of bad games and you didn't see him again for 5 or 6. It's tough, isn't it? Play it with the mentality.
You can disappear for these clubs, these big clubs.
Quickly.
Quickly.
The thing is as well, when he came in, they were struggling. So he's like the kind of beacon. He's a young player, look at him, fearless, energy. You can do no wrong. Then that spell passes where you need to win, you need to win, you need to win. And so now it's like, what is he bringing? And I'm not sure, and the judgment starts coming.
He'll be getting a lot more judgment than the other three, won't he? But see, in the long run, will that make him stronger in the long run? Like James E. Forrest was said, like his mentality, because of all the criticism he's had, is incredible now, isn't it?
I don't know, it's tough.
Yeah,
It
depends on how good you are as well, because for Rangers, they're going to have a big turnover of players. They're going to strengthen in the summer. So it might, and it comes to a lot of it, young boys are often casualties in that, and they don't get the opportunities. Whereas Len and Miller will be like, right, we need to try and keep a hold of him for another year. We need to make sure that, he's in our team. Lyle Cameron's the same, David Watson's the same. We're there. These teams are saying we need to keep them and bring players in that's going to help them to develop. Whereas McCausland might be a victim of Rangers need to make changes in the summer. They need to bring in players that are going to get more consistency. And unfortunately, younger players are the ones that suffer.
Again, for any young player watching this, Lyle Cameron came on loan to Peterhead. Couldn't get a game, mate.
Is that right?
Because we were down the bottom, so we're maybe going to be a bit more direct and maybe down the suit. But he's got that side of the game now.
Aye.
He's great on the ball, but he's a nasty. He's aggressive off it. He can run.
He came for Peterhead.
So it's a wee lesson. He came on loan for Dundee Peterhead.
That can be really hard, hasn't it, to go back to your team and go.
But you could always tell he had a strong mentality, mate. Even when he was there, you could tell he still believed in himself. Always done extra, which I noticed as well. Tuesday, Thursday night we train. He did train with Dundee during the day. After training, Psyche would do a wee bit extra. Always wanted to get better.
I think going out on loan and playing at that level, because you look at the boys at Barnet, Aberdeen, he was at Brecon. He was at Brecon. He went to Brecon. I think it gives you a good...
Definitely.
I look at what other players like the part-time and what they have to get through, and you go, hold on a minute, I'm a wee bit spoiled here.
Especially now, there's not enough reserve games for the boys, and even when the day it's like friendly.
That does my head in, right? I know that it's old-fashioned, but in my day, I would play at Ibrox sometimes in the reserves, 16-year-old, and I would play with guys like David Cooper and maybe just come back for injury, Sandy Jardins, guys that magnificent footballer, and you'd maybe play Celtic 20, 25, 30,000 because you couldn't get into the Celtic Park game, and you're playing against guys like Danny McGrain and everything. You're learning more in that game than you would ever learn in a million years.
You couldn't do it. You couldn't have a reserve team like that, because at that point it wasn't as easy to move. You weren't getting people wanting to leave clubs anyway. It was a system, so everybody played reserves. That was just the way it was. Now if you had a player that played for, I don't know, a Motherwell, and a reserve player on £500 a week, they can go to a club, the league below, and get more money. And play, and they don't want to. There's no appetite for players to just sit and no play and have a reserve. Like I agree. I think that's where you learn. Like when I was coming through playing against first team players, and they changed it to the under 21 league, but it was still essentially reserves. On a Monday night, highlights were on Sky, and amazing. You're playing against.
What first team players? You remember playing against?
I played against. Like Rangers, when it was Rangers, they had like Lovencrans would play, Celtic. I'm pretty sure Alan Stubbs played in a couple of games. I mind playing like your other team, St Johnstone, had John Paul McBride.
What a player, John Paul McBride. I remember if he had what a player, mate.
Oh, was he?
Should have been the best.
Incredible player.
Was he a wide player?
No, he was midfielder.
Centre mid.
Him
and Barry Ferguson were coming through at the same time.
Play against a few of the older ones, but even in our team we had Guy Tony Thomas played for a few teams in England. Came up, he was brilliant. His knees were fucked and he couldn't move. But he played with the reserves, and you'd have Paul Harvey, guys like that. Brilliant that you're learning for them as well. But you'd get wee Billy. Wee Billy used to play now and again.
Billy Davis, so he was the manager and he'd play in the reserves?
Aye, but terrifying.
Aye.
Is he? Oh, terrifying. Wee Billy. Aye, he'd roll the ball, wee Billy. See if it wasn't like right at him, he'd just
leave it.
Just do that and watch the ball.
Like that.
Turn round and go. Fucking, you're like, oh no.
Lenny was a bit like that. Didn't pass the ball right to his feet, mate? He would do the same like that. What you want me to do with that?
But I was terrifying. Terrifying. But you'd have that, like, that's you playing a reserve game with the manager. He was absolutely shiting yourself in the
He was buzzing, mate. But the worst thing that could ever happen to you was you got made captain of the reserves.
Did you get?
I mean, you were fucking never getting the first team captain of the reserves. That was a dreaded captain of the reserves, but you were done. That was you finished. Nagy, by the way, Derek McInnes and Tony Docherty brought through Lewis Ferguson, obviously at Aberdeen, took it and played him all the time. Lyle Cameron played him all the time. Watson at Kilmarnock, Dell. He's been brilliant with my. Because Watson's not played every week, has he?
No.
Took him out at times and put him in for certain games. And I think he's really developed Watson.
Definitely. It's even just his impact in games.
Pushing him to get more goals. You mentioned that in the interview.
Kilmarnock was a bit like. That sounds terrible. No, he was desperate to go and win every challenge. He was smashing people, and you're like, that's brilliant. Young boy doesn't give a shit who he's playing against. And he's obviously got more to his game than that. He's scoring goals, he's getting up in support. And he looks physically much better to cope with it. He scored some brilliant goals. He scored against Celtic and Rangers.
Yeah.
Scored an incredible goal at Aberdeen.
Aberdeen was a
frightening goal.
Who do you think will win it?
I think Cameron.
I've got a feeling Miller.
I think Watson will win it.
Do you?
It's definitely Miller, Cameron and Watson. I don't think McCausland's got to win it.
No, just because he's not played.
I don't think he's played enough. I'd love Lennon Miller to win it.
Would he be the youngest?
Love him. He must be.
Must be, yes. 17-year-old.
Definitely.
Must be the youngest
there wouldn't be many 16-year-olds that have been up for this, is there? Do you think, have you seen a bit of Lennon Miller? Do you think he'll go right to the top?
Oh, all day long.
Why? What is it about his game that
I just think at a young age he's got everything in his locker. And composure, everything about him. Ability. I think that listening to Andy, I've done a couple of shows with Andy. Andy talks so high of him, it's unbelievable. And that's great coming from somebody that he actually says at his age he's better than Billy Gilmore.
He has said that.
He has said that. And he trains with him. And he knows his attitude and everything. I know his dad very well, obviously, used to as well. So I think he's got a good ground in there, a good bit of experience, somebody to lean on as well. So, yeah, I think the boys are...
The fact you watch him and you forget he is like 17. He started the season 16-year-old, and you're watching him going...
Doesn't he look like a young boy, doesn't he?
Like, you're not going, oh, once he catches up here, you're just looking at him going, how can you do that?
What's the best bit of his game, Freddy, for you?
Technically, he's outstanding.
Well, as in passer?
Aye, touch, range of passing, his vision, but I think it's his game intelligence. He can buy fouls. Like wee things that you don't see an awful lot of. If the ball's coming, he'll take the touch across the man, so he can't. He knows what he's doing before he gets it. His temperament is ridiculous, and as you said, you know, I see him when he does interviews, and he's like, "Oh, my dad won't let me get carried away." He wouldn't anyway. It's the way he's always been, so level-headed. He's just a brilliant player. There is talk that he'll leave this summer. I'd really hope that he stays another year.
Plays more football.
And becomes, because you look at how far he's come in this year. If he gets a full season next year,
do you think Celtic
tremendous. I think they will, but I think if they don't go this year, they'll not get him.
The big English clubs and clubs abroad.
Supposedly his hero growing up was Craggs, wasn't it?
I love Craggs.
So when he looked up to his game on Craggs,
Technique.
His dad used to sit and curl his toes all night, something like that.
Bending it for the moment.
I see Craggs in the gym all the time.
By the way, he was excellent on Sports Scene.
Was he?
I like his analysis, mate.
Who, Craggs?
I don't mind him.
I think the best. I think an unbelievable pundit's Lenny.
Lenny's good.
Lenny's
mate,
incredible,
Lenny's
isn't
good.
he?
Very good.
I like Lenny. I've got a lot of time.
Good seamless link as well to a manager.
Manager, you've already mentioned two of them, Simon, Derek McInnes, Tony Dock, and somebody else you interviewed, one of your
John
favourite
McGlynn.
ones, John McGlynn.
Do you like John McGlynn?
No Celtic and Rangers representatives. Surprised at that?
No, it's because of the timing, isn't it? If you look at it, it's all about the time, because Clement, he's still in for a treble. Rodgers in for a double. But the timing, and you've just got to go with that. And right now, McGlynn, Falkirk, to be unbeaten and what he's
Incredible.
Brilliant, right?
A lot of pressure on him at that club as well.
Aye,
A lot of
Tony
people feel there.
Dodd, Derek, who's the other one again?
That's it,
Three
just
of them.
three.
Aye, three of them.
Threesome. They
They're
are going to have a threesome after the awards.
No, you'd be a good threesome.
Tuxedo.
Especially in the raw managers. But if I was voting for that, I would look at it and go McInnes. I think for Dale to bring them up for the championship, to secure Premier League status, build the squad he's got, and probably finish fourth Europe. And the squad that he's in, the quality players, and you're saying about bringing on young players as well. I think Clement's been brilliant.
So I see Tony Dock, did he only have 3 players?
So that's why I'm going to go against. I'm going to go Tony Dock.
Yeah,
The fact that nobody loves Dale more than me as a manager. Dale kept Kelly up first season in the Premier League. Tony Dock was coming up first season, got them in the top 6. He only had 3 players, had to build a full new squad himself. What he's done at Dundee's been remarkable.
I agree with that, but Dale had players on contracts that wasn't that he had to
didn't
build.
want,
He had a championship squad in the Premier League.
No, I get that 100%, but I just think what Tony Dock's done's incredible.
Oh, listen, it's like, I know that John will probably not get looked upon like they two guys because he's further down the league.
No, but also Falkirk are in a full-time league with part-time teams in it. I get that they've been incredible, but
you're still to go through a full
it's a big
season
advantage.
so far and no lose a game is brilliant for him. John's a great guy. I like John.
Great guy.
Aye, good guy.
Who are you going, Fanny?
Honestly, I think that it is a tough one, and I think that the timing of the vote is mental, because as you say, Philip Clement can win a treble
When he
and
came
not
into
be
Rangers.
nominated. You go back when Callum Davidson won 2 cups. He was the manager of the year. He won 2 cups in the same season for St Johnstone. He was the manager of the year. So we know that Kelly are going to finish 4th and get Europe, which is incredible. Dundee could still get Europe, which would be, just for a team coming up, would be amazing. I think John McGlynn's done a great job. And I know you said it's a part-time league. There's some full-time teams in there as well.
I get that.
There's been pressure on Falkirk to go to that league for a number of years, and they've not been able to do it. They've done it in style. Hamilton dropped down. Alaba, did they?
Alaba
were already in.
They were already in.
Yeah, but they're in the playoffs.
They're in the play. He's done a great job as well, Andy Graham.
Yeah.
Good job.
2 teams come down. Cove
Cove
come down.
Are you guys going to the gig?
No.
What gig, mate?
On Sunday? PFA?
I'm going to, you?
No, I'm going to take that.
You dishing it a word?
No. Mick's been invited to ask me to go.
Oh, I was going. I'd get invited.
I'm not sure, mate. I got a text yesterday saying you want to go.
He'll be
You'll
brilliant.
be rotten. You'll be.
What? I'm not on the stage. Just sitting enjoying myself.
It'll be funny. Can imagine you.
What are you doing? What? Sitting at my table? What do you think? When they stand up there fucking...
Gig.
Aye.
We're having a break now for 15 minutes. Table number 18.
Who's hosting it? I need to...
Peter Martin.
Oh,
Peter Martin
fuck,
normally
no,
hosts it.
he'll kid me, won't he?
If you're anywhere near his eye line, you're fucked.
Peter does it every year. Does a great job.
He does.
To be fair.
Mad to see just on Tony Docherty, how much you see when you interview them, how similar he is to Dale. It's actually, it's like sitting speaking
It's
to...
not surprising though.
Mental that,
But, it's almost like you're sitting speaking
guy.
to fucking... You can see why they work so well together all the years.
But fair play to him. He'd learned the assistant managers, didn't he? And then decided, I'm going the next step. Big job.
It's ridiculous what he's done this season. An assistant
And
manager
doing it a
by
certain
trade
style.
to step up.
Aye.
Aye. Bravery there,
as
wasn't
you
it?
say, good style. It's a tough one.
Do you think he says to Dale, by the way, I'm going to take it Dundee, but see if I fall on my fucking arse.
Can I come back? 100%. Brilliant. So who are you going?
I'm going to just, what Tony Dock's is, but I'm going to go Dale as in beating Celtic twice,
He's always players are
beating
better than
Rangers
him.
as well. They build a squad.
Would any of the Dundee players get in the Kelly team? Would any of the... Who?
Dundee players would.
Aye.
McKibben gets in.
Instead of who?
Instead of, is it Donnelly plays middle of the pitch?
I don't mind Donnelly, by the way. Don't mind him.
Cameron gets in as well, both of them.
Aye, McGee, he's got.
McGee,
Where? He's captain.
Where?
Captain.
What possession?
Anywhere.
all of a sudden, they commandment players.
I'm going to go with Del Boy. Del Boy.
Mate.
No, this is Kevin Kyle on Monday said that this is the worst Celtic and Rangers teams he's seen in a number of years. Do you go along with that?
No, I don't think the fit.
No, the worst Celtic team you've seen in the last few years.
Celtic team. See, when you go through them 1 to 11, their best 11, fucking got some good players in there, aren't they? You know what I mean? If they played there, I think it's because the style of Postecoglou played, right? And the minute he goes away and Brendan Rodgers comes in and plays a slightly different style, then I think people start moaning about the fit bad and the worst teams and whatever. I still think they've got real quality players in there. One or two that I look at, I think, going forward, you're not going to beat.
Who are they?
I don't think Scales. I think and it's hard to say that because he's been brilliant, right? He's been thrown in there. He's been brilliant. Going forward, no for me, right? I don't think he's one that's got to take them forward. You look at some of the wingers I've got, and I'm not saying this because I've been saying it for months now about James Forrest. People get this thing. You get to 31, 32 in this country and they fucking write you off, right?
Mad, innit?
Experience for me is, see if I was a manager and I'm getting into this type of environment going, there's 4 games left. Celtic won 2 home games, right? They'll probably win the league. I would be going to my experienced players, guys that know how to do it, how to handle it. You know, you look at 1 or 2 of these Celtic wingers and now Yang and all this kind of. I would be just saying, look, you sit there, your time might be next year.
You'll get the pre-season
that comes for the manager. Because I know that everybody else is looking, you're always stuck up for James, anytime it comes, put James Forrest in. The manager is the guy that's not picking him, and he's picking the same players.
100%.
Winger after winger,
having to go to him.
Winger after winger comes to the club, then he has a performance, and he's the best winger at the club. Right, we'll play him. Play him.
I know
that then that becomes the 31, 32-year-old and the intensity. He's not dropping that much for me, if anything. And it's shown in the last 2 games, coming on in the semi-final, scoring the goal, scoring 2 last week. He's actually saved, saved the season. He's been the man in the last 2 games.
I would say he has saved the season, mate.
It's a bit.
You get mad, but I would say Forrest is the best winger I've got there.
Oh, 100%. Right.
Best winger got because he knows how to go away from home and get results and how to do it and where to play.
You know what you're going to get off.
Exactly.
He's so good on the ball. He makes good decisions.
Never gives the ball away, mate.
He makes good decisions.
Not always that amazing things he does, but he keeps the ball well.
And he knows how to threaten.
Yeah.
And he knows the timing, holding your width to coming inside and bringing other players into play. You see that at the weekend when he comes into the wee position, everybody else moves off him because they know if it comes in.
So when he comes in, Taylor's going high.
So I agree. I think he's the best winger at the club, and that probably goes. And it's not against, but you're always trying to bring better in. I think that the point Kev's making is whoever wins the league out of these two will be. Every year it's been Celtic ran away with it. Rangers had the year they won it, they ran away with it, and there was no argument about who was the best team in those seasons. I think he's far off. I don't think he's a great standard.
See, on the flip of that, the experience shout, McGregor, seen a lot of tweets saying Awata maybe needs to go back in for him. McGregor's been off the ball. You stick with McGregor, don't you?
He's not looked himself though since he's come back.
He had an injury where he probably couldn't train.
Yeah.
And
he probably came back
with that. Awata played in the Hearts game when they lost at Tynecastle. Yeah. Took too many touches, and everybody says, "Get McGregor back." It's just the way it goes.
McGregor's a Forest. They've got fucking cupboards full of medals. They know how to do it.
I wouldn't be in a rush to get rid of him. Although if he's struggling a wee bit, Ratton Cotton Wool, we've got a big tournament coming up in the summer. That's what I'm getting about.
Would there be a thinking of leaving him out the Kelly game to make sure he's ready to go for the Rangers game? Or he probably needs more. It's probably games that he needs.
Aye.
Rangers Kelly.
Aye.
No,
because I just think you go your next 2 games. I think 2 home games, strong as you can, 6 points, you're over the line. Forget Kelly, and you can leave him Kelly and St Mirren.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You see any slip-ups this weekend? Hearts kill it at home for the both of them.
They
I think there'll be 2 tight games. I think it'll be tight games.
I've told you for day one. It's down to
Uncle
Celtic
Daz,
Park.
innit? Uncle Daz.
I've told you for day one. Celtic will beat Hearts and Rangers will beat Kilmarnock. I told them last week, St Mirren and Dundee, difficult games, they'll get the job done, right? It'll be the same this week and it'll all be down to next week.
Would you eat that wing if you get it wrong?
Aye.
It wasn't even that spicy, wasn't it?
Mate,
We tried it.
Mate.
that was brutal.
I only had a wee nibble in her.
As usual.
He actually never had any, just dabbed a wee bit of the sauce under his eyes.
Right, it looks like Lunchroom and Barisic are away. You think it's the right time for them to go?
Aye.
What, Lunchroom on the back of the season, you said? I think it's the right time for them to go, huh?
He has had a good season, but
How
I
many
just don't see with Lundstrom. I just don't like a type of midfield. Now, he has been excellent this season, so I'm no bashing him. I'm not, but I just hate a midfielder that keeps dropping between my two centre.
Pass it to the other centre back.
I hate it. Take the ball in the midfield where anybody can go with Storm inside the two centre halves. It might become for the manager though. Do you know what I mean? He might say drop in there and get it. So, but I think you can get better.
The problem is he's a big earner, right? So you've got to weigh that up. There are an offer on the table for him, so it's obviously not good enough for him because he'd have probably signed it by now. But we had that with, did we not have that with Connor Golson as well?
And he ended up
Barisic, aye, he's right.
he ain't got to go in here.
He's fine, that's okay, you can move on for that, but there'll be, let me tell you, there'll be more than him now. I think he'll clear that place out.
Who else can you see going?
Well, Jack's contract's up, I don't think he'll get renewed.
I would say everybody could leave if they got if it was players with money, good money offered. Aye,
Every player?
I think that every player's not going to leave. Every player is available.
I agree with that.
Who's the ones who's the ones you think he would go right? I need to keep
Oh, Diamande. Diamande, he'll keep him.
Butland.
Butland, yeah.
Suter will stay, won't he?
Aye.
Ridvan will stay.
Aye.
But I think that this is my point, right? You would want to keep them, but like Lundstrom leaving, Barisic leaving, if Jack leaves, that's freeing up wages. You get a reply.
Still, the boys want to know, I'm on open goal, the boys want to know, would you come on next week? No, if you're fucking on.
Right, you take the week off next week then.
All right.
But my point is, then there's ones that you would want to keep, your Souters, Yilmaz, Butland. But if somebody comes in and says, like, there's money, that squad needs rebuilt. It needs the manager to put his own spin on it.
He'll do that.
He'll try and get rid of as many.
See, do you think there'll be a few surprises in terms of like players that have just been brought in this summer? So see, like a Dessers, although he's done well, do you think Clement would be the type that would even get rid of him?
I think if a big bid came in, not a big bid, but if a decent enough bid came in, I think he would. I think Raskin will be away as well, won't he?
Raskin,
I know he
By the way, that's another thing on, and I know that obviously we moved on now, but Rangers done the Player of the Year awards last week.
Aye.
Tavernier's picked up top goal scorer.
Oh my God.
The season's not finished and Dessers has got a chat. He could actually finish
Catch
top goal scorer and we'll have a trophy.
Surely just leave a top goal
Why
scorer.
see when the season finished on a Saturday, why don't you just do it, or the Sunday?
I know, I can't understand that.
Play the year was that night.
I know.
I think Tavernier need to give him that award. If he gets
Imagine that.
No chance you're giving him it, are you?
No.
You forgave it? No, it was for that date. I don't care what you've
Do you think
done.
Dessers will be at Rangers next year? Do you think
Aye.
he'd be coming
I
off
think
tonight?
I think he will. He's fucking mixed bag, and he does my head. And one week I see him, I go, right, okay, yeah, he's got a bit in him about him. 20 goals.
No penalties in that.
I know he's had a
No
good
penalties.
He's had a good
And how many
return.
penalties has Tavernier scored?
I think he's got 13, maybe.
So he could have
Got to
been
come.
Good, that's what I mean.
Tavernier.
If he hit penalties, he'd be a 30 goal.
Is there a way you're trying to get him other teams going like this guy scored 20 goals?
I think Rangers can get better than Dessers.
I think Clement would want better than Dessers.
Miofsky, right away.
You look
That's
at
a lot of money,
Lammers.
though.
Lammers is battering them for fun.
I know.
And
He's outstanding, that guy.
Was it 7 in a row he scored?
He's on for the record.
Eredivisie record, he said.
It's incredible, that, isn't it?
but no, there'll be a big turnaround, won't there? There'll be plenty out.
That's where you probably need to give Dessers credit, because Lammers is clearly good enough to play at a certain level, but if it's not working, he got worse. He tried stuff and it didn't happen. Dessers just keeps going. He just keeps making runs. He missed chances. He just keeps going. And eventually scores, and he's like, "Yes, I'm brilliant." Like,
He seems like a good
doesn't
guy.
ever affect him.
Apparently he is. Apparently I've heard he's a brilliant.
Doesn't affect him. Just keeps going.
I've
20
taken
goals.
him, he's all right.
Tremendous.
Another club that could take a big clear out and Turner in St Johnstone after American lawyer Adam Webb.
Lawyer of the Year in 2019.
How do you get, what makes you get lawyer of the
Lawyer
year,
of the
do you
year.
think? It's your divorce lawyer, isn't it?
His wife's divorce lawyer.
Let me tell you, that boy's done me a fucking a real turn. I get discount now.
Season together St Johnstone next year. That.
By the way,
That's where you're at your finest, innit? How sharp you are there, like that. That's where you're very, very
But
best.
there was a lot of things. There was a lot of things
Aye.
beforehand. That's the fucking bad bits as well, mate. So I wouldn't go on too much about that.
It's a lot of American owners now, isn't there?
What would be the? I'm not going to be too harsh, but what would be the appeal of St Johnstone?
Mate,
for him?
I'd-
To get about
can't
Right,
understand. I've got more in my fucking kitchen at their day, and they get in a home game, right? Honestly,
Isn't there the new year?
I can't grasp that. Right?
Do you think you'd go for like a?
Well, the only thing I can grasp
You're a
is
mother, mate,
it's sitting in 22 acres of land.
That's what it is.
It's valued at 20 million, right? So I think that 18-year box will be a fucking
House next
cemetery.
year.
I think that'll be a four-bedroom bungalow.
It's cottage. It's cottage. Actually, McDermott Park.
That's why.
Is it?
The land that they own is worth a fortune.
So what would his thinking be to eventually
What fuck?
build on that?
Well, he's got a
Must
share in
be.
Cambridge as well, so you might
10%,
enjoy
it must be.
liking football, innit?
Right.
It must be because St Johnstone, for a 10-year period, we're finishing top 6.
Yeah,
Won
yeah.
3 cups, European football,
Aye.
and the fans, there's been no uptake. There's no more fans go to games off the back of that. They sold out, I think they played Sturm Graz, sold it out, great atmosphere. Galatasaray sold it out, great atmosphere, straight back to normal for league business. So in terms of growth of the club, I don't see a great deal. So it must be something to do with.
So should St Johnstone fans be worried about it?
Well,
I don't think too much will change for them. I just think that the fact that there's money, the club has assets, it might allow for them to go and spend a wee bit more on the infrastructure. I just don't see how they're going to get more.
because they've already said they're not coming in to go, here, we'll throw this money at the team and we're going to be up in the top 4, all this car on. They've not said that, right? They've said we're not doing that. They're just coming in, they're taking the shares. Well, honestly, fucking a bit of state. First ice cream van through there.
I heard for a wee while that Mullow's looking to bring an American owner. Would you be happy with that, Faddy?
It would depend. Aye, it would depend for me how they do it. Motherwell had before where Les Hutchinson came in, and it was a good time where he gave the club loans and interest-free loans and allowed the manager to bring players in. But for me, that's not what Motherwell need. Motherwell don't need more money to spend on bringing more times bang average players in on more money and burdening the club with a higher wage bill when you're not getting a better product. What they need to bring is somebody that will come in, get a training ground, get an academy,
I know.
really invest in the infrastructure of the club and allow for a bit of growth. Look at the players over the years. You've got Lennon Miller coming in this year, David Turnbull, Alan Campbell, Chris Cadden, James Scott, all made big money for the club, or good money for the club. There's talent in there.
They need a training
They need a training
I
ground.
passed that the other day. It's brilliant. We've all been there. You've been to Dale Park, haven't you?
Aye.
But it's so open. And if you're going to produce these young players,
But the
My
training ground's know where the academy is. So the academy's up at Braithurst.
I die.
Aye.
But my pet hate is as a player going to a ground, jumping in a motor and a minibus. You should be going to your own training ground. It's a lovely pitches and a lovely.
Pressing top playing at training at DL, mate. Because you're sitting on the pitch and all day, but you're thinking, my house is fucking tiny and that thing's huge.
Aye, the woman
know.
for Harry Potter lived in there.
Cho Chang.
There are a few nice.
Oh, belters, mate, isn't there?
I know.
There's another thing in Scottish football that needs a big bit of growth. I wonder if somebody'd be able
Need
to
a backer.
invest in that.
Need an American backer for that, man.
It's a Saudi
I'll
backer.
I'll buy a share in it.
See, on the thing is as well, Motherwell their dreams to be fan owned, and it has to have the fans on board as well, because they've really stepped up for the club. And look, I think an overall fan ownership is going to be tough because the level of investment is very difficult.
Main stand, would you do that up? Main stand.
I wouldn't
uncomfortable.
I wouldn't touch anything. Anything until
fucking
they sorted a training ground. I wouldn't touch anything. Training ground first. Main stands had the stadium's had new seats and new paintwork and all this, and that's great.
I buy extra.
Get something that's going to help the players.
Park, man. Have you sat in these seats at Park?
So tight in it with the knees.
Oh, it's horrendous.
Done hospitality, mate.
It's good there.
Behind the goal. But, I mean,
I've not done. I've only done it. Is it?
I had really good. I enjoyed myself.
Have you ever been at any clubs where like the players?
I had a shocker, mate. See, when Di Canio got sacked, it was because new owners were coming in. So we went top of the league when Di Canio left, with about 10 games to go because new owners were coming in. So he'd left, so the next day we were like back on the drink, full day out, went golfing, sat in a bar all day, steaming. There's about 12 of us. Didn't know that the new owners were sitting behind us in the bar, mate, and we are fucking caning everyone, mate. Everyone, full day. Next day, we are sitting in the dressing room hungover to fuck. There's like a message goes out, new owners want to meet everyone tomorrow, mate. 5 guys walking in the dressing room, it was the 5 guys that were sitting in that bar the next day, with our faces are like that. And they're like, you're on too much money. It was me next, he went, you're on too much money. And he's like, basically, we'll be getting rid of the season. Brutal, mate. What a bad cut of tweets.
Go the new. Hey, fucking wee loud mouth.
100%.
You ate too much in the canteen.
We belly rumbler. Fucking belly rumbler.
You say 2 plates at lunch.
You paddle to the door, my wee friend.
Would you ever the opposite? Would you ever go to a board?
No.
Have you ever?
Awkward when you meet somebody for the board.
I've had a few. Mother, you always kind of knew the people at the club, John Boyle, and when I was younger, Everton with Bill Kenwright, who was amazing.
Was he?
Amazing. What a guy. Like, just a brilliant guy.
He got a rough end.
He did at the end. He did at the end, but he was brilliant. He was a brilliant chairman. And look, as a player, he's a brilliant chairman. He was a good guy. He wanted to know. He knew about you. He wasn't straight. It wasn't that awkward, like you're saying. It wasn't, fuck's sake, here's a chairman. I'm the kid on, you're doing something else. It was like, he'd come and speak to you, give you a big cuddle, and you wouldn't have liked that. I'd been back maybe, 8 years after I left, took my boy down, and as I was going on the way in, Bill Kenwright's going in, how you doing? Big cuddle, who's this? Is my boy. All right, how you doing? Your dad was this and that. What, honestly, what a guy. And we had a double header. We were playing, I think, West Ham in the midweek. I must have been in the cup, and then in the Saturday, in the Saturday, then the midweek. So we were staying down, whatever it was in between. We were staying down. So the manager's like, Chairman, we're going to go for something to eat. Chairman's going to take you to his gentleman's club, and we'll go and have it's like a casino. Go and have a gamble or that. So you're sitting having something to eat. All the players, all the staff. Chairman comes down, picks people off, come with me, and you're like, fuck, where you gone? Then it gets to you, and he's like, upstairs, on you go, round a blackjack table, put money down for everybody. He's like, right, fire in. This was like, I think it was November, December, so just come up to Christmas. Right, fire in, gamble away, telling people that didn't know how to play. So you're walking away for that table with like $4,000 each.
Wow.
So then the staff, like the kit men, and they're all going, fucking hell, so they've got enough money, they don't need it, and they're like, fucking, what about us? So it comes round to the end, eventually goes, right, all the staff, every single person that was there, kit men, everybody, up he's getting, and they're coming down, they're sitting with their bags of money, and that's like just before Christmas.
What a hero.
So, like the players are like, oh, this is great, but the staff are like, fuck, this is amazing. The amount of money, and he was going round saying, right, how much you win, how much you win? Gives a cut back of that, and you take that and sharing it out. Honestly, he was a brilliant guy. Brilliant guy.
Love that.
I'll have your bag. Fuck off.
Fuck off. Need to say the Peterhead chairman's a hero, mate. Similar to that, great guy, mate. Or he would do stuff like that for players and go up to his restaurant every Friday, full bill, get what he's like, eat what he's like, great guy.
Makes a difference, that, doesn't it?
Definitely.
Is he still there?
Still there, mate, huh?
Is he?
I think
like
it does
the
help.
bread. I love
But he
going
does all that. See all the food and all that. He
Oh,
organises all
that was the best spread ever.
Best
Seen the way
event
down the
ever,
road, fucking team bus full of food and booze and everything.
But look, it helps, I think, when you're
Definitely.
there's a connection. I know it's on here. David Gold and David Sullivan.
Was one of them? You've made them millionaires because they sell sex toys, didn't they?
Two of them. That's what they were in.
Is that who
So
I've been
you-
messaging?
Ann Summers. Ann Summers.
Was it Ann Summers?
What one?
I'm sure it's Ann Summers.
What? What's your favourite Ann Summers?
No.
They own them.
The two of them together own
I'm
them?
sure it's
They were in
Sullivan, innit?
Aye.
No, is it Gold? It's a wee guy. It's a weird one.
The two of them are wee. David Gold's no longer with us, but I'm sure the two of them.
A partnership, innit?
important. I think David Gold was the one that
Was it?
was Ann Summers.
Mate, fuck on here. Imagine going to
Would that be your go? See if you're buying a bit of
See
laundry,
if
is
he
that
went
what
for
you
his. Hey, imagine going to his house and he's going, right, you upstairs. you're not coming down my bag of money.
Imagine you
No blackjack you're playing, is it?
Oh, said,
They were brilliant. David Gold.
Were they good guys,
David Gold came in every game, before the game, speak to you. After the game, speak to you. Never like fucking hell, rubbish, this, that. Just talk away. Really, really good, really nice guy. David Sullivan was a wee bit different. He would still speak to you, but not as much as David Gold. David Gold just flies helicopter himself onto the training.
Nah, I love that. Love stuff like that.
Brilliant.
There's a pet peeve for me. See directors or chairmen or owners that want to come and talk to you about football after a game, innit?
Nah.
No, stay away.
No one.
He didn't do that, but I know this is turning into me just talking a lot of shite.
No, it's good.
But then they came in, so they were good, and then they brought in Carson Young, that was Chinese guy.
He bought dildos off him, didn't he?
They bought aye. There was 20 of them in the squad.
You knew the right son here.
And then they brought a few in with him and all. But Carson Young came in with all his pals, and they were nuts. Like, they were calling the players second name and all that. Like,
were they?
aye, like bit like fanboy type stuff.
Oh, right.
But they came in to training. He came in and says, I'm going to spend all this money and we're going to bring all these players in. We're like, this is fucking great. New contract, by the way, if you're offered. But they were into training, so they had the full suits on. So you've got the owner with a big fur coat on, and all his wee guys that they were on the board, but they were up at training. It was fucking pissing down the rain. So Carson Young, who's the owner, got the ball in the penalty spot, and he's going to fucking kick the ball. One of the other boys, who I think was like the vice chairman, is like, wait, he's jumped in goal, full suited and booted on.
Are you watching it?
Aye! Carson Young's went to hit the penalty and the boys fucking dived away to the side. We suit on, they're all going, hey! And they're like, this guy owns the club. They think this is a fucking crash.
That's incredible. I love shit like that.
That was totally different.
Would he watch training a lot, Carson Young?
Nah, that was just
Just a one-off?
That was just at the start.
Incredible.
Well, I've got, it's been a long show in it, so I could ask you something quick. Where you stand with the John Terry thing? And
What?
you'd be on the plane. You see this?
Aye.
Beside you.
Because fucking Terry's all day long. Oh, you're all day long for me.
I don't know if I'd believe what John Terry's saying to.
I don't.
Actually,
So what was
far-fetched to
the? So
me.
what was the story?
They went on the plane and a few of the young boys were first class and Terry
Terry,
like, Lampard, Drogba were economy.
And
John Terry, this
says
plane's
this.
not moving until that gets changed a bit. And I think AVB was...
Surely a manager's not done that. I can't.
You'd need to be stupid.
You need to be proper stupid.
You wouldn't.
I think there's arms and legs on that story.
Exactly.
I think I get the kind of sentiment for the manager, but I think if you're AVB, you just say to young boys, right, got the back, they're up, and that's an easier problem.
Aye.
So I don't know. He's obviously said it, but I don't know how. Depends how true it is. I don't think that he'd have picked a fight,
A
with
stupid
them,
fight like that.
like a daft fight
Aye.
like that.
No,
So I don't know.
you might want to piss John Terry, but I don't think Frank Lampard and that's
No.
the kind of guys that. So I'm with you. I don't know if there's a full story.
Need the AVB side of that, don't we?
Good. Good investigating. Right, on to the Cootum.
Could investigate.
Right, here we go, Cootum. Round the board has always done decent. Mirren to start.
Dundee.
Dundee for me, home win.
I'm going to go draw.
Dundee.
Ross County Hibs.
Ross County.
Hibs for me.
Hibs for me. Hibs have. Hibs
I'll go Hibs.
Celtic Hearts. Celtic will win.
Celtic.
Celtic.
Aberdeen St Johnstone. Aberdeen.
Aberdeen.
Motherwell Livy. Motherwell.
Motherwell.
Rangers Kelly.
Rangers. Who you going Motherwell Livingston?
You went Motherwell Livy, you went Rangers.
Who you Motherwell Livy, who you going? Motherwell.
Oh, Motherwell.
And then Rangers, you the same?
Fuck that. Aye.